It clearly is the energy of this sort of asteroid. 10,000 Hiroshima bombs is the electricity packed by way of the use of this piece of real property a mile throughout. Oumuamua, a mysterious entity that when zipped via our solar device, has once more sent surprise waves all through the scientific community. Elon Musk, an outstanding innovator in space technology, revealed that Oumuamua is lower back, and this time it is not by myself in its journey. Elon Musk claims that its hidden developments include a tantalizing race concerning existence in specific famous person structures. This is not the conventional goke of a celestial entity. It is a return that demanding situations our knowledge of area and its ability occupants. Be part of us as we clear up the implications and mysteries surrounding Oumuamua's sudden reappearance. Back in 1837, an unusual object reached a fantastic cosmic milestone. It crossed a distance of 1,000 astronomical units from the Sun. For over a century, this object persisted its journey, left out often, advancing towards our star. It wasn't until October 19, 2017, that humanity in the end became aware of its presence. On that unique day, an image captured through the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope at the University of Hawaii found out a faint, touchy streak traversing the sky at a steady tempo, protecting about 6.2 DE each day. This marked a historic second. It was the primary recorded interstellar traveler, previously referred to as 1I/2017 U1. This item changed into additionally given the call Oumuamua, which interprets to a messenger from away arriving first in Hawaiian. The revelation sparked a global initiative to take a look at Oumuamua through telescopes. Astronomers, together with those from the SETI Institute, eagerly engaged in looking at the item, even launching searches for ability extraterrestrial indicators. Oumuamua seemed like a reddish, cigar-shaped object made from rock. Its elongated shape is perplexing, stretching as much as 400 meters long and approximately 10 instances longer than its width. Oumuamua has an aspect ratio that surpasses any asteroid or comet discovered in our solar system. It was traveling at a speed of 196,000 miles per hour when it got close to Earth, which is 109 times faster than a bullet. This means that there isn't any way this item has become part of our solar system all this time. Scientists could not to start with decide if Oumuamua became an asteroid or a comet. Comets are composed of ice, whilst asteroids are rock. Initially, scientists' notion it changed into a comet, but their classification changed to calling it an asteroid once it zipped beyond the Sun on September 9, 2017. However, they still considered it an asteroid till additional measurements indicated slight acceleration, which is a sign of it being a comet. A great function of Oumuamua was its periodic brightening and dimming every 7.3 hours. This dynamic behavior indicated its rotation around its short axis. This kind of rotation sample suggested a more inflexible and durable composition than the typically fragile, snow-like fabric of most comets. Appearing darkish red, much like positive moons within the outer solar system, suffering from space radiation. Oumuamua's shade might also comprise iron, as counseled through Dr. Meach, an astronomer at the College of Hawaii. Despite those insights, Oumuamua's beginning and nature remain a mystery. This trajectory confounded scientists, hinting at something beyond herbal factors. Numerous theories emerged to provide an explanation for Oumuamua's identity. At the same time as a few believed it to be a rock, others proposed it was composed of gasoline. Astonishingly, a subset of specialists even entertained the possibility that it will be an alien spacecraft. This raises the charming question: should an extraterrestrial mothership be navigating our solar system and deploying smaller probes to discover planets? In the next section of this video, we are able to delve deeper into those mysteries. But first, let's examine the range of scientific propositions that have been placed forth to decipher the beginning of Oumuamua. Dr. Meach proposed the idea that it might have been flung out from a far-off superstar following a supernova explosion, or perhaps shaped while two gadgets collided and fused. According to Elon Musk, astronomers were initially excited after they located that the trajectory regarded to factor in the route of Vega, the bright massive call inside the Lyra constellation. Calculations indicated that this entity may additionally want to have traveled from Vega to our place in roughly 600,000 years. However, the threat of Vega being the real deliverer has diminished due to substantial changes in its path. It is thought that Oumuamua encountered a new big-name device for the primary time, considering its movement about the Sun, which ends up to be in line with the velocity of nearby stars. Though there may be an opportunity, as suggested in nature, that Oumuamua could have been traveling across the galaxy for billions of years. We are unsure about its upcoming trajectory. Remember it like this: bear in mind how the Voyager spacecraft received a raise in tempo from Jupiter. Well, Oumuamua is also gaining momentum from the Sun, propelling it quicker and in a distinctive course. Dr. Meach clarified that this asteroid, alongside its counterparts, revolutionizes our view of the galaxy. Image this: when you appearance up at stars seeming distant and isolated, it contrasts with what those asteroids unveil. They remind us that matters are interconnected and interesting. The oxygen and iron interior of our blood emerged from a huge explosion in a much-off vicinity lengthy ago. The golden objects, like wedding ceremony jewelry, resulted from the collision of super-dense stars, and those meteorites plummeting to Earth. Some of them originated from Mars due to asteroid impacts. Remarkably, some esteemed scientists ponder that those meteorites could have carried life from Mars to Earth during a time at the same time as Mars enjoyed heat and wet conditions. Existence can also have began there and then hitchhiked on the one's meteorites to Earth. It is an audacious idea, yet it is being pondered by way of legitimate astronomers. Our connection to the cosmos can be traced even in addition lower back in time. Reflect on consideration on the hundreds of thousands of years Oumuamua might have taken to reach right here. On the equal time that might seem prolonged, its miles just a fleeting moment on the cosmic scale. The Milky Way galaxy boasts an age of 10 billion years. Over this huge time frame, Oumuamua must have journeyed via about 20,000 well-famous person systems. A modest fraction in comparison to the galaxy's 200 billion stars, but nonetheless an amazing-sized wide variety of cosmic encounters. Oumuamua would have trailed behind dust and particles, allowing the celebs and the worlds of the galaxy to intermingle. This shows that the universe is probably smaller in scope than formerly notion, even supposing it is not internal our instantaneous view. The Sun gadget hasn't permit pass of it simply but. Elon Musk and distinct astronomers expect that Oumuamua will input the Kuiper Belt spherical 2024 and skip its aspect through overdue 2025. He also estimates that it will bypass Voyager's maximum distant factor in 38 years. However, for the reason that Oumuamua has been out of the interest for astronomers, they're making the maximum of the information gathered in only a few months to understand as a whole lot as viable approximately this exciting interstellar intruder. Initially wrong for an asteroid due to its length of about 2,600 toes in length and 26 feet in width, Oumuamua exhibited unconventional behavior in its trajectory. Astronomers and scientists located a tremendous non-gravitational acceleration indicating that forces beyond gravity had been at play in its motion. Dr. Meach explained that numerous factors ought to cause this acceleration. Her team investigated as a minimum 6 ability motives, casting off some because of their implausibility or inconsistency with observations. One probably rationalization changed into comet outgassing, a common occurrence in comets. Outgassing happens when a comet techniques the Sun and its floor substances turn without delay from stable to gasoline. This procedure offers the comet an additional push, changing its pace and rotation beyond gravitational have an effect on. This transformation in motion resembles the conduct of Oumuamua. Note the direction of rising dust from Oumuamua. It grew to become exciting, commonly as gasoline, and it's a comet. Carries surface dust with it. But Dr. Meach asserts that even if the comet lacks microscopic fabric, the ability presence of huge dust on its floor might have been affecting its pace. This attention saved the concept of it being a comet alive. Moreover, scientists in the main have found visible wavelengths, which make it difficult to locate extensive dirt debris. Therefore, no visible proof of dust leaving Oumuamua has become located. The absence of gasoline-related caution signs changed into additionally complex. Fairly, astronomers anticipated a substantial amount of gasoline emission to have an effect on Oumuamua's pace. Within the wave found, Dr. Meech's group especially searched for CN gas, a substance that she notes is shiny and results easily identifiable. It serves as a proxy for water that is tougher to display, seeing that CN is frequently released from comets in our solar gadget together with water. Interestingly, no matter their efforts, no CN gasoline has become detected inside their detection limits. Considering that comets in our solar gadget can hold true-sized portions of water, the strong upper restriction set via the absence of CN gasoline indicated that this comet changed into chemically tremendous. Dr. Meech explains that if a huge amount of water were to be emitted, it had probably originate from a distinctive solar device, and this will account for this unusual finding. Astronomers utilized the Spitzer Vicinity Telescope to check Oumuamua within the infrared for over 30 hours, trying to discover its thermal traits. However, they encountered demanding situations in their mission. Dr. Meech explains that the thermal infrared detects warmth emissions, and in this case, their statement did not yield any enormous consequences. Apparently, even non-detections can provide insights. In this case, they deduce that Oumuamua need to be brighter than expected if it reveals thermal behaviors akin to a comet. The reflectivity of an item, or how lot's light it reflects, can display data about its length, composition, and form. We always count on the reflectivity resembled that of comets, which is very low, Meech explains. But they had been getting readings around 10% reflectivities in preference to the standard 4% reflectivity standard of comets. So over again, it does no longer pretty healthy the profile of a comet. To make it suit that 4% reflectivity, you will need to count on it has very tremendous thermal resonances on its surface, unlike other comets. This is some other interesting oddity. Moreover, at some level within the equal infrared studies, no detectable carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide outgassing from Oumuamua became determined. This locating maintained significance due to the fact Meech's institution had been thinking about the opportunity that Oumuamua modified into liberating those gases in huge quantities. Then Spitzer's observation limit endorsed in line with Meech, it's a bit tough to deduce an excessive amount of from what you don't see. But once all over again, it doesn't seem to act like a normal comet. Given that Oumuamua hailed from a distinctive solar system, those anomalies could be a feature of gadgets originating from different star structures. The trajectory of Oumuamua was meticulously traced again to before its preliminary access into our solar system with the aid of Corin Baylor-Jones from the Max Planck Institute for Astronomy. Comparing this direction to the past positions of 7 million stars tracked by means of the spacecraft, Baylor-Jones rewound Oumuamua and the celebs' orbits to find out ability elements of overlap. Out of the celebs with trajectories that approached near enough to use rewound direction, 4 contenders stood out as feasible candidates for its domestic. Elon Musk claims that Oumuamua's route had intersected a spread of 1 to 2 cloud rafts or 1 million to 2 million astronomical gadgets. However, as Baylor-Jones became stargazing, complications arose. The come-upon velocities of those contenders have been pretty excessive, spanning from approximately 6 to 16 meters per second, a ability setback. Oumuamua is most probable a planetesimal, a constructing block cast out during the formation of planets. It is unusual for planetesimals to attain ejection velocities this high. Absolutely through interactions with large planets, whilst those velocities are excessive, they're now not impossible but quite unlikely. The situation turns into greater feasible if Oumuamua originated in a binary star device. However, none of the contenders have been diagnosed as binary stars. Obviously, drawing nearer releases from the Manofina need to assist astronomers in identifying a more suitable deliver for Oumuamua by supplying deeper insights into the motions of nearby stars. In a few years, it might be charming to revisit this. The first, and so far the only, extraterrestrial visitor we have placed traversing our solar system remains Oumuamua. No matter the constrained data to be had, irrespective of its enigmatic nature, professionals worldwide are intrigued with the aid of its capability secrets and techniques. Surely, Oumuamua maintains to captivate because of its regular trends. Now, it seems that Oumuamua isn't on its personal. Again, on August 30th, 2019, Gennady Borisov, an amateur astronomer on the Margot Observatory in Crimea, noticed a brand new comet named 2I/Borisov. This comet became racing through area at a splendid pace of 93,000 miles per hour, 150 kilometers per second. Quicker than what you may assume for an item situated about 280-some distance away from the Sun. What caught our attention, besides its tempo, come to be its trajectory. It had become plunging into the internal solar system at an angle of 40 degrees relative to the ecliptic aircraft on an orbit marked by way of an exceptionally immoderate eccentricity of 3.7. This indicated that, similar to Oumuamua, Borisov additionally had a in-addition Sun foundation quite far from our solar device. Borisov displayed a clean tail, unmistakably marking it as a comet. Its journey became taking it toward the Sun, projecting to achieve its closest point on December 8, 2019, at approximately $2 from our movie star. This supposed it had brightened earlier than dimming once more, probable achieving significance 15 by means of its closest pass to Earth on December 28. Even after it dimmed, for beginner observers, professionals need to keep monitoring Borisov until October 2020. Dr. M's team already found Borisov and predicted its length to be among 1.2 and 10 mil in October 2019. They referred to the emission of CN fuel from its ground, even though the comet's faintness prevented detecting different gases. However, the lengthy year of observation furnished through Borisov's trajectory furnished a completely unique opportunity to discover its chemistry. This stands in comparison to Oumuamua, which did not allow for specific chemical analysis due to potential barriers because of gasoline and dirt. This extended assertion will shed mild on Borisov's characteristics. What units Borisov aside is its tremendous comet-like appearance, making it a purple-hued tourist that aligns extra with our normal knowledge of Sun-tool comets. This divergence highlights the variety in interstellar devices. Such versions are beneficial for astronomers striving to recognize the strategies shaping exclusive solar structures, whether or not similar or extraordinary from our very own. This ongoing exploration expands our attitude on the broader cosmos. Meanwhile, a few astronomers have ventured to signify that Oumuamua might also be of extraterrestrial starting place. Adding to the intrigue, a draft article via a Harvard scientist and the pinnacle of the Pentagon's Alien Craft Office proposed the opportunity of an extraterrestrial mothership in the solar system dispatching microscopic probes, akin to dandelion seeds to discover the planets. The revelation of this record came from Shai Kirkpatrick, the director of the Pentagon's Alien Anomaly Choice Administrative Center, AO, established in July 2022 by way of the Department of Protection, DoD, to perceive and inspect captivating gadgets. Participating in this draft have a look at alongside the DoD became Avi Loeb, an astronomer at Harvard College. But it's miles critical to have a look at that the examine is not an professional Pentagon file. Loeb is renowned for his research on Oumuamua, having even fueled the idea that Oumuamua might be an extraterrestrial spacecraft 6 months before Oumuamua is close to method to Earth.